The reigning two-time champion of the All-Star Weekend.
From politicians like Biden standing eerily still as if someone hit pause, to people caught frozen mid-task with no explanation.
Savannah Guthrie was saying that Lionel Richie takes her back to the days of junior high school dances, and then this happened.
These moments feel less like accidents and more like glimpses into something we weren't supposed to see. So, tag along, because once you've seen these clips, you won't look at the world the same way again.
I know, Sandy.
Boys, let's back up. Back all the way and get squashed.
Lady Gaga, known for her powerful singing, became even more famous after an odd incident. After a concert, as she was about to leave, surrounded by fans, something strange happened. She started acting unusually, moving slowly, with her eyes even closing at times. She walked to her car in a strange, almost robotic way, as if out of control. The cameras caught it all. Some people suggested she might be a reptilian being, showing signs through her bizarre behavior. What really happened remains a mystery, but for those who watched, it was definitely unsettling. Empty bus.
That's what I like.
A school bus was making its way down the road. Everything seemed normal, but suddenly, the camera inside the bus captured something unbelievable. The students vanished. Not just one, but every single student disappeared. Their bags remained, but the seats were empty. The driver, completely panicked, stopped the bus, unsure of what just happened. Some believe the bus accidentally crossed into a teleportation glitch, a small tear in space-time that opened for a split second, sending the students somewhere far away without even realizing it. What happened to them? Could they have been transported to another place or time?
Is everybody okay?
Frozen twins.
They're like identical dogs and they're frozen.
No, how is this happening?
Beachgoers spotted this bizarre sight on an Australian beach. They saw two dogs standing at the beach, and both of them were frozen. Yes, you heard it right. They were completely still, not moving at all. It seemed like time had stopped only for these two, while everything else was going on normally. The waves were moving, the wind was blowing, and people nearby were walking around as usual. It was such an odd sighting. The beachgoers kept looking at them until they left, trying to make sense of it. A glitch in the Matrix? Well, that's what it seemed like.
Have you seen? It's like a Matrix glitch.
There's a glitch in the Matrix.
Statue president. The video shows Joe Biden standing outside White House. It looked like he was attending a concert, while in reality, he was somewhere else. He was standing completely still during the concert. Though a fixed smile stayed on his face, his body, his expressions, everything stopped moving. He stood completely still. After a while, he became normal again. People around didn't notice it at first, but later, it sparked debates online. The government denied anything unusual, but those who saw it believed it was something else. Some said he had superpowers. Others thought he might be an alien, just taking the shape of Joe Biden. Vanishing object. A group of friends were walking down the street late at night when one of them tossed something into the air. But instead of falling back down, it vanished right before their eyes. They stood there stunned, trying to make sense of it. It was as if the object slipped into another layer of reality, one that we aren't meant to see. Even more bizarre, right after it disappeared, a small glowing orb appeared, floating away. Was it some kind of energy form moving between worlds, grabbing anything in its path? That night, the friends realized they'd witnessed something beyond our world. Paused broadcast.
Two-time champion of the All-Star Weekend.
Shaquille O'Neal, the American sportsman, was live on a news channel when something strange happened. During the discussion, he suddenly froze, his mouth hanging open in mid-conversation. It looked like a statue frozen in time. The other hosts didn't notice anything as they continued talking amongst themselves, oblivious to the bizarre moment. But the camera caught it, and it quickly went viral. Rumors spread that the studio might have been affected by a spatial disturbance, like a glitch in reality. As soon as it passed, Shaq snapped back to normal, and the show continued, as if nothing happened. The incident made him even more famous, sparking endless discussions.
We had the show out there. Here's just a little sampling.
Vanished worker. On October 14th, 2023, during a live interview on an airplane checking air, something strange happened. The camera captured a passenger taking her stuff and talking to a worker lady. But as she passed behind the worker, the lady suddenly disappeared, and it was all caught on camera. The passenger didn't seem to notice, and everything else around them kept moving as usual. But for that split second, something interrupted the flow of time. Was it a glitch in the system, or did she just slip through a crack in time itself? Frozen singer.
Would you take her serious? I mean, that's a fact.
Kodak Black, an American singer, was on a podcast when something strange happened. In the middle of a conversation, he suddenly froze, completely still, not moving an inch, even his eyes locked in place without blinking. For a moment, it looked as though he was possessed, or maybe an alien in disguise. Some even speculated he was a shapeshifter. After a while, he returned to normal. But by then, debates and theories had already taken off.
So, yo, what we talking about?
Rest in peace.
Like Kodak, could you dance, bitch, bro?
Silent exit. A CCTV camera at a busy airport captured something that left everyone stunned. Passengers were standing in line at the security checkpoint, going about their usual routine. But then, out of nowhere, a girl in line suddenly vanished. One moment she was there, the next gone. The girl standing behind her saw it too, her face filled with panic as she looked around. Could it have been a glitch in the camera, or was it something more? Some believed she might have been teleported somewhere else entirely. Whatever it was, it seemed impossible to explain. But the footage, it was real. Hidden signal. A clip recently making headlines for all the right reasons showed something bizarre during a live TV show. A lady who had been calmly speaking just moments before suddenly became the center of attention. Her eyes started blinking rapidly, almost unnaturally fast, and her facial expressions twisted into something strange, too strange to ignore. People watching at home were left in shock. Some speculated she wasn't human at all, suggesting she might be a reptilian being showing signs of her true nature. Others believed she had some kind of special powers, something not belonging among us. Time stuck. A strange incident was reported by locals on a quiet street. They spotted a man standing in the middle of the road. But here's the thing, he wasn't moving at all. His posture was odd, like he was stuck in time, as if frozen mid-step, with one leg in front and the other behind. It looked like he was walking, but couldn't quite move forward. It looked like something straight out of a magic trick, something you only read about. The locals were so stunned they captured the bizarre scene on video and uploaded it online. Theories started flooding in. Some said it was a glitch in the Matrix, a tear in reality. What if we're all living in some kind of simulation? Looped flight. A strange incident took place on an aircraft in China and went viral online. It showed a man suddenly waking up in panic. He said he was stuck in a time loop, and the moment he woke up, it was the 6th cycle. In all the previous cycles, the plane had crashed. Now he was scared, saying this was the 7th one, and the plane would crash again. That's why he started screaming, asking to open the door or land the plane quickly. Passengers were confused, and some even started recording. Experts later said he might have been stuck in one memory, or maybe had faced a near-crash event that kept repeating in his mind. Was it true or something else? What do you think it could be? Let me know in the comments. Vanished squirrel. In a street in front of the houses, locals stumbled upon a sight that was beyond any logic. Want to know what they saw? They saw something appear out of nowhere, right in the middle of the street. And it was moving too, which meant it was alive. Turned out, it was a squirrel. But how was that even possible? It just magically showed up on the road. It felt so weird to them. The squirrel quickly ran off. Some said it looked like a hidden portal had opened, and the squirrel came through it. Or maybe time passed too fast, and they didn't catch it moving in. A glitch in the Matrix. Who knows? Floating trash. At a mart, a buyer threw a piece of trash into the dustbin, but strangely, it didn't go inside. Instead, it stayed hanging in the air, just floating, not moving at all. The buyer stood there, trying to make sense of it. The other trash in the bin was sitting normally, but this one was stuck mid-air. Maybe the dustbin was placed in a spot where something wasn't working right, like time or gravity didn't match up for a moment. That's why the trash got stuck, just floating there for a few seconds. It looked like the world glitched for a bit. Missing Bobble. A mother was recording her daughter as she played with a bauble and a stick. Everything seemed normal, but suddenly, as the little girl bent down to grab it, the bauble disappeared out of nowhere. It was there one moment, and then it was gone. The mother searched everywhere, but there was no sign of it. Some believe there was a shift in time. Maybe time itself played backwards, sending the bauble back to its spot on the Christmas tree without anyone noticing. It was like the moment never happened, leaving only a strange, unexplainable mystery behind. Mirror portal. A video quickly went viral after a resident shared something unbelievable. He spotted a mirror by the roadside, and it had strange drawings on it. What happened next shocked everyone. He stepped through the mirror as if it were some kind of magic. He found himself in a completely different world. It was like stepping into another dimension. Was the mirror more than just a reflection? Maybe it was a portal to a hidden world. But the biggest question, did anyone else know about it? The mystery remains unsolved. Frozen cat. A house owner stepped outside his house and saw something that made him stop in his tracks. He spotted a cat. You might think, a cat? What's so special about it? Well, wait for it. It was a cat, but it was frozen. Yes, you heard it right. The cat was seen holding a water tap, trying to drink, but it didn't move at all. The water kept flowing out of the tap, but the cat remained statue-like. The owner felt like it might be some sort of witchcraft. Some say the cat returned to normal after a while, but others believe time itself had slowed down or paused just for that cat. Reset squirrel. In the woods, a hiker was feeding a squirrel when something strange happened. The squirrel suddenly stopped eating and froze, with its mouth open in shock. It looked like the squirrel was stuck in time. The hiker just stood there, wondering what was going on. There are places deep in nature called reset zones, places where reality just sort of reboots for a second, like when your phone freezes and restarts. It happens super fast, and most of the time, no one notices. But this time, the squirrel got caught in the middle of it. It's like a screen freezing before loading again. The hiker may have just witnessed a rare moment when the world had to refresh itself, and the squirrel didn't catch up in time. Frozen plane. People stepped outside their houses and witnessed something straight out of a sci-fi movie. They looked up at the sky, not because of clouds, but because they saw an airplane just sitting there. It wasn't going anywhere. Yes, you heard that right. It stayed in the same spot, not moving an inch. The plane didn't stop on its own. It got caught in a frozen moment, a brief pause where time forgot to move forward. For a few strange minutes, it just hung there, like the sky had glitched. That day, other flights were canceled too, all because of this bizarre scene in the sky. Stuck dog. After returning home, the homeowner was looking for his dog when he walked down the corridor and spotted it. He thought the dog would rush to him any moment, but it didn't. That's when he sensed something was off. He moved closer and saw his dog frozen in place, as if stuck. It didn't even look alive, just jammed at that one point. He touched it, trying to figure out what was wrong, but nothing made sense. It felt like some evil force had taken control of the dog, something linked to the house. Or maybe the dog got trapped between moments, stuck in a world that forgot to let it move. Paused crowd. At a subway station, a girl jokingly kicked her friend's shoe out of the train, but when she turned around, she saw something that made no sense. It looked like time had stopped. Everything around her froze. Even a girl nearby was stuck mid-step, not moving at all. She stood there confused, trying to understand what she was seeing. It was like she had stepped into a moment that wasn't ready yet. People frozen, a scene still loading, and maybe, just maybe, she wasn't supposed to be there. Shadow loop. A clip recently made headlines online, showing a black power adapter with a cord plugged into it. What made it strange was the shadow. The wire was perfectly straight, but in the shadow on the floor, there was a loop in the wire. How could that even make sense? People were stunned by the sight. It felt like the shadow didn't belong to this time period. Maybe it was from the past or the future. Some even wondered if it was caused by a glitch in the Matrix. What do you think? Paused lane. Something made the traffic stop. No, not the signals, but something else. One passenger noticed that on one side of the road, all the cars had just stopped in place. On the other side, traffic was moving like normal. It felt as though time had paused right there. Some say it was a split glitch, a rare moment where reality loads in parts. One side of the street kept going, while the other got stuck, like a game level on pause. It's like a crack in the timeline, leaving everyone wondering how long it would stay frozen. Sky on fire. Locals got the shock of their lives when they stumbled upon a sight straight out of a nightmare. Fire was glowing in the sky. Yes, fire in the sky. It was so strange, yet it was there, burning brightly in just one spot, not the entire sky. And there was no source of the fire nearby. What could have caused it? Some believed it might be a warning, a sign from above, maybe the end of the world. Others wondered if the sky had shifted from hell to earth. No one knew for sure, but it was a sight that left everyone questioning reality. Pizza portal.
Guys, I'm in 1998. As you can tell behind me, I'm at Pizza Hut in 1998. I'm gonna show you what Pizza Hut looks like.
A video recently uploaded online became the talk of the town. It showed a man recording a Pizza Hut that didn't seem normal. The food, the staff, even the games all looked like they were stuck in 1998. People watching noticed how everything inside matched that exact era, from the decor to the uniforms. But then, in the clip, the man was seen entering back into real time, but this time from the air, as if stepping out of an invisible portal. Some believe it was time travel. Others think it was a hidden place stuck in time. A few even say it was a time travel glitch.
Check it out. Oh my god, look at the old dining experience.
Vanished car.
New Year's Eve, Tuesday, December 31st. Security camera video shows an SUV crashing into parking.
Security cameras in North Philadelphia captured something that made everyone look twice. The footage showed a car suddenly flipping and about to hit a police car. But then, out of nowhere, a parked car near the police car vanished. It left everyone in disbelief. Some say the car wasn't from this time and returned to where it truly belonged. Others believe teleportation was at play. Whatever happened that night, it's clear that not everything we see around us is as it seems. Could there be more going on beneath the surface than we're able to understand? The truth is still out there. Hoverboard. Two friends were skating on a ramp when they stumbled upon a bizarre sight. One of their skateboards suddenly stopped midair, its front wheels touching the ground, but the back wheels were floating. It didn't make sense. The board stayed there, suspended, like some unseen force was holding it up. The friends stared in confusion. Was there something strange about this spot? Maybe it had negative energy, or perhaps gravity simply wasn't working for that one skate. Could it have been a broken point in physics, where reality momentarily forgot to pull the board back down? A moment frozen in time. Ice glitch. A tourist was capturing the snowy scenery when something strange caught his eye. On a set of stairs, he saw icicles hanging in an odd way. One icicle was tied to the stairs, but halfway down, it was broken. Pieces of it were missing, and instead of falling, the remaining part stayed suspended in midair. There was no visible support holding it up. How could this be? It felt like he had stepped into a magical world where the rules of nature didn't apply. Maybe time paused for that ice, trapping it between falling and floating. Split deer. A visitor at a park was enjoying the view when something caught his eye. A deer. But it wasn't the beauty of the deer that made him stop. It was the sight of two heads. Yes, you heard that right. Two heads on one deer. The deer was calmly eating grass, but the second head seemed to appear out of nowhere. After a few moments, the second head vanished, leaving only one. It was as if time had played a trick, replaying a moment and showing a second head that wasn't actually there. Was this deer from another world, or just a glitch in reality? Missing dog. A man stepped outside with his dog and daughter for a walk in the park. The dog was happily playing with her when, out of nowhere, it ran after her and suddenly disappeared near a tree. Moments later, it reappeared, as if nothing had happened. It seemed impossible, right? But it happened. Was the dog accidentally caught in a time lapse, slipping into another world for just a moment before coming back? Could this park be hiding a doorway to another realm? One thing's for sure. Whatever happened, the dog's brief journey left everyone wondering if there's more to this world than we can see. Frozen sheep. A mountaineer looked outside his cottage and was stunned by what he saw. Do you want to know why? Well, there were many sheep on the grassy cliff, and he thought they might be grazing. But as he looked closer, he noticed something strange. They weren't moving at all. They were frozen in place, as if stuck in time. All of them caught mid-graze, like they had been cast under some spell. Or maybe it was something even stranger, a glitch in time. Perhaps a small area around them had experienced a time freeze, and everything there had paused for just a moment. Skywalker. A local looked up at the clouds one day, expecting to see the usual sky, but what he saw was far from normal. A flamingo was walking across the sky, as if it was strolling on solid ground. It wasn't flying or floating. It was taking steps, as if the air beneath it was solid. How could this be? It seemed like no ordinary bird. Perhaps it wasn't a bird from this world at all. Or maybe the sky was a cloaked land, hidden from view, revealing its mysteries only to those who happen to look up. Stuck helicopter. A local was stuck in traffic when he looked up at the sky and saw something odd. A helicopter, just floating there. You might think, what's so strange about a helicopter? But this one wasn't flying or going anywhere. It was stuck in midair, completely still. Its wings weren't even moving. He thought it might be a mechanical failure, but if that were the case, it should have fallen. But nothing happened. It stayed there, frozen in time. That helicopter became the talk of the town, but no one could figure out the mystery behind it. Silent dogs. In the woods, hunters usually expect to see ghosts or wild animals, but one hunter stumbled upon something far stranger. He saw 3 dogs, but they weren't normal. They were completely frozen in time. One dog was even caught mid-bark, its mouth wide open. It was such an eerie sight that the hunter couldn't make sense of it. Was it some kind of glitch in reality? Maybe the dogs had slipped into another world, while their bodies remained here. Frozen paws. In front of a building, a lady was walking, holding some things, seemingly about to go inside. But then something strange happened. She just stopped. She too froze at one place with her legs being in the middle of the steps, while everything around her continued as if nothing was wrong. People walked by, cars passed, but she remained completely still, disconnected from the world around her. It was as if her body was here, but her presence wasn't. It left onlookers wondering, was this a glitch in the Matrix? Or had she slipped into another dimension, if only for a moment? Skylock. A passenger was gazing out of the airplane window when he saw something that made him question everything. Above the sea, another airplane was hovering, completely still, not moving at all. It was as if it had become a statue in the sky, stuck in one spot. No one could explain why. Some say he witnessed a rare phenomenon known as a Skylock, a strange point in the air where time freezes. These Skylocks appear without warning and vanish just as quickly. Whatever it was, he walked away with an unforgettable story no one would believe. Live Glitch.
Savannah Guthrie was saying that Lionel Richie takes her back to the days of junior high school dances, and then this happened.
During a live broadcast, American journalist AI Rocker was covering a show with other hosts when something strange happened. As they were casually talking, the AI Rocker suddenly froze. His facial expressions locked in place, and he didn't move at all. It was like something invisible had stopped him mid-sentence. The hosts didn't seem to notice at first, continuing their conversation, unaware of the strange stillness. But the camera caught it all, and soon the footage went viral. Viewers were shocked, wondering what caused this odd moment. Some speculated that an error in time had occurred, freezing him for that brief moment. Was it a glitch or something far more bizarre?
Yes, like they say in Catholic school, leave room for the Holy Ghost. Anyway, there is a lot of memories today, actually. It's a big day in music history.
River trap. A fisherman was out by the river, hoping to catch a big one, but what he saw that day left him stunned. Two horses appeared to be stuck in the water, almost like statues, frozen in place. What was even stranger was that the current seemed to pull them along, dragging them away as if something in the water was taking hold of them. Then, just as quickly, the horses suddenly became normal and started moving as if nothing had happened. For a moment, the fisherman felt like they didn't belong to this world. It was an unforgettable experience, one that would haunt him for years to come. Masked signal.
I'll get you a hot drink, miss.
Some dry clothes.
An old video from 1987 went viral for a strange reason. During a TV show in Chicago, the screen suddenly changed. A creepy man appeared, wearing a Max Headroom-style mask. He spoke in a weird voice, saying random things that didn't make sense. His laugh was strange, and the way he moved felt off. The TV station couldn't stop the broadcast. It was like someone had full control. Many people thought it was just a prank, but others believed there was a hidden meaning. No one ever found out who did it. The way it looked and sounded, it felt too real. That's what made it so unsettling. Frozen flock.
Hello, chickies.
On November 28th, a woman was feeding her chickens near her house when something strange happened. At least 5 chickens were walking toward her, ready to eat. But then, they all froze. Not one moved. It was like time had stopped. They stood still, completely quiet, like they were caught in some invisible force. The woman grabbed her phone and recorded it. Some say it looked like a glitch in the Matrix. Others think some kind of energy passed through. Whatever it was, it didn't feel normal, and it left her speechless.
What is happening right now? Chickies! Guys! Oh my god!
Hidden strength. A local man stepped outside for a walk when something strange made him stop. He saw someone standing near a parked truck. At first, it looked normal, but then the person grabbed the truck and moved it with his bare hands. No tools, no help, just pure strength. The man watched in shock. No human could do that. It didn't feel right. Many started saying he wasn't just a regular person. Maybe he was an alien, or maybe the stories about superpowered beings were real. Vanishing point. A CCTV camera at an airport captured something out of this world. Everything seemed normal. Passengers were walking, flights were being announced, but then one man holding a briefcase suddenly vanished. Just like that, gone. Even the people around him looked shocked. It wasn't a trick. Some started saying it was teleportation, but others had a darker story. That airport was said to be built over old ground, where dark rituals once happened. On rare days, that energy returns and picks someone. The man didn't just disappear, he was taken by a silent curse that still moves through the air without warning. Skywatcher. A tourist looked up and froze. In the clear sky above, a strange cloud floated by, but it didn't move like a normal cloud. It drifted slowly, almost like it had its own mind. It didn't follow the wind, it just kept moving in a straight line, catching everyone's attention. People stopped and stared. Some said it looked like a cloaked UFO hiding inside, watching humans from above. Others believed it wasn't even a real cloud, but something from another sky, lost in our world. Reptile Glance. During an episode of Antique Roadshow on TV, viewers noticed something strange that sparked huge debate online. In one part of the show, a man was seen in the background, but for a moment, his eyes changed. They didn't look human anymore. They looked like the eyes of some creature, sharp, cold, almost reptile-like. People started sharing the clip, calling him a reptilian shapeshifter hiding among humans. No one knew who he was or what he was doing there.
I know, Zane.
Color shift. Something terrifying is coming your way, so hold on tight. During the coronavirus epidemic, 2 students were walking by the roadside. One of them was holding a red file, but here's where it got strange. As they passed a parked car and appeared again on the other side, the file had turned green. No one touched it, no one swapped it. It just changed. People watching the clip were shocked. Some said it was a glitch in the Matrix, as if the world around us had a small error. Maybe it was just a moment, but it felt like magic had slipped through. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. A woman was seen sitting in the subway, calmly applying makeup. But when people watched closely, they noticed something odd. She wasn't holding a mirror. Instead, she was staring at her own hand, using it like it was a mirror. The moment was caught on video, and it quickly confused everyone. How was she able to do that? Some said maybe there was a hidden camera only she could see. Maybe a sign that she wasn't really from our world. Whatever the reason, it felt like reality had just bent for a few seconds.